skid steer uni-Loader with a Wisconsin VG4D motor in it. This is going to be a full restore. Used to say uni-Loader here. Somebody painted it white and all these letters came off. Currently we have the back piece of this being repaired and the cylinders are being rebuilt. As you can see, there's oil here. From the cylinder. We're going to take off the wheels, we're going to get them a polish, get them back to a factory color, and then get some new tires for it. This is what the current state of this uni-Loader is. In order to do a full restoration on this case 1537, it looks like the previous owners who had this actually flipped this sideways and it broke the mounting plate, the base of this. This is the rear frame that holds up the bucket. And this is our in-tank manifold here, or just the manifold. The air. What we plan on doing here is we're going to get all this cleaned up because there's some shavings. It hasn't been oiled probably since it was first made. This is the muffler mount, and then this is going to be the rear seat captain's chair mount block plate.
You want to get the cracks or you're recording?
We are detaching the manifold. Okay. What's on the second circle?
The spring. I'm gonna take it off.
Okay. This is a VG4D Wisconsin 1969 motor on a case 1537 skid steer.
I can just do it from right there too.
Can you say how many bolts has it taken to take this manifold off?
4.
Just 4?
Just 4 so far, yeah.
Okay, we pulled out the motor from the case 1537 skid steer. This is the VG4D motor, Wisconsin, 1969. That's what it looks like. This is where we're at so far with it. I believe this is the distributor. There's the oil filter. Then we have the solenoid. This is where the original mechanical fuel pump went. And on this one they put a automatic fuel pump. That's what it looks like. So this is what it looks like to me. Is we have our oil, our fuel gauge. This is our oil gauge. This is our vacuum gauge. So these are going to be brand new. This looks like it's our starter and our ignition. This was a flip on and off switch, it looks like. And this is to push start. Right. Oh, might help if I show you. And this is the kill switch that goes on and off for it. So that's all going to be replaced. Brand new wiring. The guy that sold it to me said that this was the fuel pump or the throttle right here. It is not the throttle. He had it connected to the throttle, but it was actually, it's the choke. In all my years, I've never seen a throttle like that unless you're in an airplane. So this right here, I'm betting 100% that this is going to be in the choke because I found a stick that looks like the throttle lever inside. If anybody knows what these two do, please let us know. I need to know what these two do. Because it looks like I'm missing a link. 2 links here, 2 arms. This looks like it's for the variable speed here. They like made a makeshift knob. Whoever had it before us. And again, I need to know what this one does and what this one does. Just to give you an idea of how much grease buildup was back here. If you can see that, that's just a little bit compared to what we had to peel off of this thing. Looks like they had leaks all over the place. So that's what it looks like without the bucket, the engine, and the seat. All right, we completely pretty much gutted it down to the hydraulic system, just the hydraulic lines and the mechanical parts. So this is what it looks like with the engine out. This was completely filled with grease buildup. All of this was. So we're at a pretty good point to see what all these parts do. We're going to take it to the car wash to do one last high pressure power wash. But this is what it looks like. Alright, we are taking off the shroud pieces to the motor. We're going to go and buff them and then resurface and paint them. This is where we're at so far. We just pulled the first one off.
I might just have to leave that wall open. He's recording. So I heard you can.
It's just building. 40 years of building. All the way down to the gears. Here's the bucket. We just put new lines, new hydraulic lines. We cleaned this out very good compared to what it was. All this right here was filled with gunk like that. So we power washed it. Now you can actually see mechanisms. This is what the tires on it were like. We're gonna get brand new tires for this. Again, this is just build up for about 40 years. No one is taking care of this thing. what it looks like. They had 4 different styles of tires on this thing. They really just demolished this. We found so many different parts on it. Almost rebuilding this from scratch, but it's going to be well worth it. Again, the reason why I'm doing that, doing a complete rebuild on this, is because it's all mechanical. Very straightforward. It's only gears and metal. No computer chips. This, once we get this restored, it should last us another 20 years, maybe 10 years before we have to fix something. But it's very straightforward, very basic. Good machine to work on.